friends, so today we're going to take off and do a little more Route 66. It's a bit of a shorter section from Kingman down to basically down to the 40, but we'll be going through Oatman, which is a pretty touristy stop, but kind of fun if you're in the mood. I'm not sure if I'm in the mood yet, but anyway, yeah, the drive from about halfway from Kingman into Oatman is pretty spectacular if I remember correctly. It's lots of switchbacks, pretty slow, but you get to see into the valley, etc., etc. So let's go, we'll see what we find. So when I was driving to do the last video, I noticed a couple of things in a little town called Yucca, which is still on Interstate 40. They kind of caught my eye and I made a point of stopping this time and took a few pictures. Basically, just the old tin signs. I'm a big fan of anything rusty, as many of you know. So I got some pictures of some old signs, and then I went across the freeway to the other part of the town, and there was a guy who's got some old semi-trucks and old farm trucks. So took a few pictures there, and I don't know, there was something about the Honolulu Club that I don't know, looked kind of interesting. So I took a few pictures of that too. So that was a fun little stop on the way to Kingman, and I'll talk to you all in a bit. Bye. Well, I pulled into Cool Springs to say hello to Crazy Ray again, but he wasn't in today. Apparently they had a pretty hefty bash last night, which they sometimes do up there, and I think perhaps him and the wife are needing a break, so they went into town, is what I heard. The fellow looking after the place while they're gone was friendly and just basically said, yeah, they had a pretty good bash and they've gone into town for a couple of days to take it easy and recuperate. So it was actually unusually quiet there, because if you've been there when Ray's there, it's pretty fun. So definitely a stop either way, and yeah, heading into Oatman now. Alrighty.
master happened 150 miles from here. But the Bentner master, which happened in 1858, happened just 2 miles from here. That was a family study. 2 miles from here, way back here.
So yeah, I wasn't thinking and forgot that it was Sunday, and as you can see, Oatman is crazy busy. So needless to say, I didn't spend too much time here. I'm just not in the mood for too much peopling today. Yeah, it's not in the mood for crowds. So on we go. Hello friends. So the battery in the gimbal's dead, so I'm hand holding right now. Been driving along. As you'll notice, there was yellow flowers on the hills all over the place. Stopped outside of Oatman, on the other side of Oatman, and took some photos and video of a few patches by the road there. And I just drove in to find these ones, which are up on this hill here. And there you have it. So yeah, Oatman was crazy busy. I wasn't in the mood for people. I'm much more enjoying just being out here. There's some Arizona poppies, California poppies. I think each state just calls them their own poppies. Go figure. There was a lady in Oatman who was mentioning that she's been here 8 years and has never seen these flowers before. So this is a pretty rare occurrence, I believe. And yeah, I hope you like the video and pictures of them. I am aware of a huge super bloom in California. Again, poppies and other desert flowers. I looked into going out there, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. Just time-wise, and it's about probably a good 300-mile round trip, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be venturing out that way. But you never know. From here, we head south back down to 40, Interstate 40, yeah. All right, so just to wrap up our video from Kingman to Interstate 40 on Route 66. I started out the day, it was pretty gung-ho, and somewhere along the line I stopped to take a shot and I've tweaked my back a little bit. This happens once in a while, probably 2 or 3 times a year. A little bit of a car accident when I was younger, and too many years as a bike courier when I was younger. So I've messed a couple things up that once in a while remind me that I'm not younger anymore. Yeah, Cool Springs was pretty cool. A little quiet without Ray there. But after that, the road into Oatman was awesome. I've never seen the desert this green. And with the surprising bloom of the poppies, which apparently aren't usually there. I talked to a lady in Oatman and she said she's lived there 8 years and she's never seen the poppies out there. Never seen the yellow on the hills. So it's kind of a lucky year for that. After that, rolled into Oatman, and I wasn't really big on Oatman this year. Just, it was crazy busy for one. I didn't factor in that it was Sunday, and this time of year is busy anyway for them. But yeah, Sunday, busy. My back was acting up, and I just kind of went, you know what, we'll do a little walk by. You know, I grabbed a water and walked around and, you know, took some pictures of the donkeys and that kind of thing, but I didn't stay and hang out too much. It's one of those stops where if you're in the mood for it, it's an awesome little stop. There's lots of people to talk to. There's t-shirts and crazy stuff all over the place. I think there was some sort of like shootout reenactment in the street right after I arrived, because when I was parking I heard gunshots, so I'm hoping that's what it was. After that I just drove down the 40, came home, and hung out with the dog. So one more little section of Route 66 that's been fully explored, at least driving wise. Like I said, I didn't, you know, get it out and check out every little saloon and restaurant and stuff in Oatman, but you know, there's other days. So aside from that, I think this video is done, and I will talk to you all soon. If you like what I'm creating here, click like and follow along by clicking subscribe. So yeah, I'll talk to you all soon. Cheers.
It's like working with a monkey.